Edwin, have you ever wondered what happens when people don't care about the environment?
I guess the planet deteriorates, but what can we do? We're not experts, we are.
You don't have to be an expert to help. Do you know what happens when we
I wonder we people don't realize how serious it is.
Do you think recycling really makes a difference?
You don't have to be an expert to help. Do you know that happens when we ignore the effects of pollution?
I suppose so, but I'd like you to know what methods work best.
I be as lower moment what the most effective way to save energy and home is.
Of course, it's important to understand how our actions affect the planet, don't you think?
I didn't know that small action like that could have an impact.
It's interesting that you mentioned that many people don't know that simply turning off the lights can make a difference.
I be been wondering why the government don't ban single-use plastic.
That intrigues me too. I'd like to know what decides to things.
Will is depends on the environmental laws of each country, but is not easy to change policies. It
And people resist change everywhere is necessary.
Not everyone wants to challenge their lifestyle.
But don't you think it's worth it if it helps save the planet?
I do believe height. I wonder how many species have already gone extinct because of pollution.
There must be many, but I like to know exactly how many are engaged now.
According to census, more than 1 million species are at risk of extinction.
That's terrible. Do people could how much damage we are done to this planet?
Or riding a bike, though it's not easy in every city.
I always wondered what should happen if we all made small changes.
Like using public transportation for explained.
Yes, that interests me. I'd like to know which city has reduced its emission the most in recent years.
You're really right, but even in big cities, more sustainable choice can be made, can't they?
I wonder how much CO2 emissions could be avoided with ferrying cars on the road.
That makes me think about what we call to tear.
I think Amsterdam and Copenhagen are among the most sustainable. Did you note it?
Yes, I saw a documentary where they explain how they implement beakers and clean energy.
I've never asked myself how much water we waste a day, but now I'm curious.
And not just at the city level. Have you thought about what each household can do?
Sure, for explain, using letter verbs. Save water, so things waster.
It's incredible. And to think that many people don't know what to write.
You'd be surprised. An open faucet can waste more than 10 liters per minute.
That's crazy. Where would he manage that something so small I could have such a big impact?
That's something governments should seriously consider.
That's why environmental education is so important.
I wonder why it is like more in schools.
Yes, but it seems like many only focus on quick results.
Totally imagine how much would change if kids learned from a young age to take care of the planet.
That makes me think we should organize a reforestation campaign. Don't you think?
That's true, but we must keep talking about this and taking action must we?
That's a great idea. I've never learned how to make compost. Have you?
Of course, a single tree can absorb over 20 kilograms of CO2 per year,
It's a long-term investment, don't you think?
and we could also include workshops on recycling and composting.
Speaking of gardens, I've always been intrigued. We know some cities grow food on rooftops.
Jonathan, have you ever wondered what would happen if every planet one tree per year?
A lot, and with that we can fertilize urban gardens.
I totally agree. I'd like to know which neighborhoods in your city are already done it.
It love that work corners how much we could achieve if we worked together.
Yes, and it also promotes local consumption. Don't you think we should promote that more?
So, why don't we do it?
Yes, and it's not hard. I wonder how much organic water we to run a white and we cold house.
Great idea. I have friends who could help us fill it.
Maybe more than we think. We just have to share the information, right?
That helps reduction food transportation the your stat.
I wonder how many people will change their lifestyle if they saw what we be learning.
It is. I never imagined this conversation would make me think so much.
We could rage and don't you drink. I be going to make a documentary about it.